Hello, this is Minerva Isabel Goree, mathematician and engineer, and today I'm talking about money, so monetary conversation, a lot about the government, a lot about how it's affecting us. Also, for those people that were not aware of what's going on, it does affect us. It does affect what's available for us to eat, what to buy. The prices may be rising. I don't know. It's been a short time, but it is a possibility that this has effects that are long term, especially because we haven't signed the budgets yet. And I say it we, but it's the government that has to do that. But remember, they're our representatives, and you can go talk to them and ask, why are we on a shutdown, first of all, and why are we still in a shutdown of the government? So they do have emergencies monies that they give out to people that are doing special projects and things like that, so that does exist. So some things can still stay open, like the U.S. government. They also run on a budget. The whole government runs on a budget, like all businesses should run on some sort of budget. So if you're a business owner that you have a small business, you may think you don't have a budget, but you have a budget that you didn't plan out, and so you just decide to do whatever you're gonna do with your money, maybe on the fly, or maybe you kind of think about it, but you don't have it written down. But we all kind of know what we have and what we don't have. So what I wanted to say is that you have to be aware of the budget. You have to go talk to your representatives. They need to sign the budgets. So what the budget was presented at the end of September or during September may not be what's being presented now. So in the end, there might be things that are negotiated that we don't like. So make sure that you are aware of what is being negotiated. There's a reason why it stopped. Maybe someone didn't get their way. Maybe a lot of someones didn't get their way. So you need to go see if they're going to misspend the money. So maybe 100% of the money, let's just call it 100% of money that was supposed to be spent on things that are important to us, maybe it goes down to 75% or 70%. So us that we don't know about budgets and things like that, we say, oh, they signed it, and we can go and be happy. So we might not be happy because maybe a lot of businesses are going to close down. Maybe some contractors will not have contracts. They won't have a contract that's valid anymore when the government opens up again and the money is disbursed. So then they'll have to close down or figure out if they have any other work that they can do. So usually contractors that work for the government or the military, which is part of the U.S. government, they also have commercial work. So if you're in that situation, I would say to expand on your commercial work. So you should have a healthy business of both military, government work and commercial work. So what commercial work is for the rest of us that are not in contracting or with the U.S. government, it means that it's an industry. So it could be in health, it could be in aerospace, in manufacturing, in supply chains, and many other things. So go find business partners that are in industry. Those are the correct terminologies for commercial work for people that don't understand the industry. So for the industries, we call it commercial work. In the contractors, the government doesn't have a lot of government workers that work directly for the government. They did move away from that model, I guess a few decades ago. So a lot of the people that work for the government, they actually work as contractors. So don't be confused by that. They are a type of government worker, but the government doesn't sign their paycheck. They send the money to the contractor that has employees and maintains the business, and they take care of the employee benefits, employee morale, employee payment of salary and things like that. Or I forget if it's not salary, it's all hourly pay. And so you need to be aware of all of that. And the budgets are important. Make sure if you're a contractor, make sure that your business is still going to be available with the government. Go see what changed. There's C-SPAN, as I said, it's CSPAN is the channel that you can watch on YouTube. Sometimes they do put it on cable, but I never know what the channel is. And I have DirecTV. I think I have posted a few times on sports and things like that, or Christmas movies that I watch DirecTV. And what channel? So let's see. Make sure that the money is still there, especially if your project is very important to the rest of us. And you probably know. So go see what's going on. And so if it's not, you should socialize it so people go talk to their representatives. That's the only way we can create change, is to go talk to them, because we did choose them, we did vote for them to go into government. And that happened in November. Here in California was November 5th. And so I think it was a Tuesday, I think that day. I'm not a California resident, so I didn't vote. I'm a Colorado resident, and I wasn't in Colorado, so I didn't vote. So I usually am a good citizen, and I go vote because that is our responsibility as citizens. And so next time if you didn't vote, please go make sure and vote, as it's part of our duty and responsibilities and obligations to do jury duty. That's very important also, to make sure that people get justice. And so time, I think my video is at 6 minutes now about. So I'm going to say this is Minerva Isabel Goree, mathematician and engineer. So go make sure there's money. Make sure that you are in emergency mode. If you're a contractor, make sure to see how many employees you have, what you need to plan out very well, because maybe it's not your fault and you might not have a contract at the end of this, so you have to move forward. So figure that out. You need to plan always. And it starts with the budget. Follow the money. Make sure you're not wasting money somewhere. And I was doing recycling videos. That's very important. Maybe you can go look around the company and see what things you can go and get rid of that you wanted to get rid of and you didn't have the time, and go see if there's any place that you recycle. So the recycling wasn't only for the cans that I was doing and the plastic and the glass. They do have other types of recycling. They have other types of recycling centers all over the country. That is not just for those type of things that are consumables, I think they're called. I forget how they're called. They have other things also, and they do pay for that. If you bring someone to pick up the junk, then you have to pay for it, and then they go make money. So I would suggest that you make it into a project, like I said in my recycling videos, I think I said it, and make it into a business product that you're doing. You're picking up the thing that is no longer needed for you, or you can sell it as well, and that is money into the company. So it has to go through that project and it sells. So you have a sales that is associated with that. So go look into that. You might find other opportunities. So this is Minerva Isabel Goree, mathematician and engineer and finance expert, and I'll talk to you next time. I think this is number 4, video number 4, and I think I'm done for right now. I think I'm gonna go see about tea, because I really do like tea, and so maybe I won't be so serious. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.